What up, though? What up, though? And welcome to the Retired Hood Rat Podcast. I'm your girl, comedian T.Barb in the building. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you so much. And if you're a continued listener, thank you too, because we just thankful around here. The Retired Hood Rat Podcast is about your transformations. What have you done to improve your life? What are some tips that you can use? How did you go from here to there? Including today's topic, which is from the hood to Hollywood, transforming your life. And today's guest, he is that guy. You may know him from GTA. For all my aunties and uncles, that's Grand Theft Auto. Also, Black Jesus, Comedy Central. He is a comedy staple. I want y'all to give it up for Slink Johnson.
Hey, what's up? The Retired Hood Rat Podcast. So happy to be here. How you doing, baby?
Thank you so much for being here. It's going to be an amazing conversation. You're all the way in the West Coast. I'm all the way in the D. Hey, but this what happen when players link up. So we're going to get more into Slink. We're going to hear about his career, what's been going on with him. But of course, we start the show with our retired hood rat word of the day, which is my chance to be inspirational because I'm the Ayala of the ghetto. I am. Afterwards, we do the retired hood rat prayer, and then we're going to get off into this interview with Slink, and let's talk about how did he get on GTA, okay, as Lamar? How did he become Black Jesus on Comedy Central? How did he go from being from LA, a product of South Central, gang activity, different things, to using his talent to, be a transformation vessel? So, and we all know that relapse is a part of recovery. Okay. Today, I wanted to talk to you all about staying the course. That is what the message is today. The message is stay the course. And what I mean by that is that people think everything is overnight. So what you hear is people say, oh, he's an overnight success. She's an overnight success. Oh, they just blew up. And that's not the case. A lot of people have been really, really pushing and grinding through to get to the end result that you see. And I think because we're a microwave society that we don't understand that if you keep trying, you will eventually win. Once again, if you keep going, then you will eventually win. Okay. Every overnight success you see probably was 10 to 15 years in the making. And of course, the internet has expedited some of the things that we get. I'm not saying that you do have some people that make it overnight, but most people that make it overnight, they usually gone overnight. Think about a lot of the one-hit wonder song. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Where that Negro at? Okay, I don't know where he at. What's his name? You know his name? Most people forgot. It was overnight. And no disrespect to him, but sometimes there's a lot of glory in continuing to have that story. You cannot underestimate the process because sometimes the process keeps you from making mistakes at the end. It's nothing worse than never getting an opportunity than a missed opportunity. And I think that that's one of the things that a lot of us, including myself, I don't always have patience. I'm like, I want it now. I want to be rich now. I want to be an Uber comedian now. But I have to learn the lessons now. So when I get to that level, I don't fumble the ball. Ain't nothing worse than not receiving an opportunity. Then, oh, I said that wrong. Oh, that's the hood rat. Sorry. There is nothing worse than fumbling an opportunity. I'd rather not receive it because sometimes if you get an opportunity and you don't do well with the opportunity, then guess what? You may never get that opportunity again. And I think that we see the end. We see the end. We see the end. I can't say that enough. We see the end, but we don't see what it takes to get there. People ain't showing you at home crying. People not showing you when they're in that raggedy car or when they down at the DHS office trying to get a SCR. Yes, I know about that. F y'all. I do. I was driving a 99 Ranger It was the most degrading, embarrassing thing. Coming from where I came from, Dauphine parents, to going to college on my own, to finally get me a nice apartment, get me a nice car. That was supposed to be the epitome of what my life was going to give me. And then I gave all that up for this. So it was a lot of hard nights. It was a lot of going from $60,000 a year guaranteed to hoping I make some money this week, to hoping that, I'm going to sell some dinners. I was selling dinners. And I used to have a state job with a phone, with a car. But guess what? I trusted the process. So what? I was broke for 6 months, a year, whatever. I knew that when I came up out of it, I was going to come out of it greater and that I was never going to have to revert. So it's okay to take 3 steps backwards, to take 10 steps forward. Just understand and have patience. Trust the process. Build, build, build. Even when people not feeling you, keep building. The same people that's not feeling you, trust and believe. You gonna make them believers because they gonna see that you didn't give up. That's what everybody is waiting on, the next person to give up. And if you keep going and don't listen to them, drown them out. Get the negative people out your life. If they drown them. Don't let them drown you. You drown them. And then in the end, everybody will be like, damn, he did it. Damn, she did it. Make those people who don't believe. Have patience and don't give up. That's the retired hood rat word of the day. I'm going to give myself some little ear horns. Hold on. I just felt like that was a successful speech, especially from retired hood rat. One more time. We are live on Detroit is Different. Make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is comedian T.Barb. We are live with our special guest, the one and only Slink Johnson from California.
Hey, TBZ, what's up, baby?
What's up, baby? Okay. So we did our retired hood rat word of the day. Now, did I bring the Oprah? Was that the Detroit Oprah or what?
Absolutely. You are the ghetto Jan Van Zant. You giving big Oprah vibes, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Big boss vibes, big queen mother of the game vibes, baby. I fuck with it.
Don't geek me up now. You know what I'm saying? Don't geek me up. We are live. Shout out to everybody watching us live on TikTok. Don't forget, every Monday we drop a new episode on YouTube, and every Thursday we are on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music. So make sure you check us out. Comedian T.Barb, retired hood rat podcast on Detroit is Different. And if you want to check out all things T.Barb, it's www.tbarb.isfunny.com. So look, you ready to do this? Look, we're going to do a prayer. It's not about Jehovah. It's not about Hishnu. It's not about whatever deity you use. It's just about putting some positivity into the universe. I'm going to say God, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You ready, Slink?
I'm ready.
Okay. Bow your heads unless you're driving. Don't do that. God, we are so thankful. We just ask that you give someone patience in their heart, that you let someone know that their vision is worth the time, that they are worth it, that they are worth every second, every minute, every hour that they want to spend towards their dream. God, let them know that this is not in vain, and that if somebody who is on the brink of a breakthrough, if they just keep going, God. So I just want you to put it in someone's heart to keep going. It's someone who needs that negativity out their life. Remove it, God. It's someone who needs just one step up, who just needs a sign, God. And it's somebody out here with talent, God, who I just want you to bless their talent so they can do great things, God, because we know that all things are possible through you. And as long as we have patience, our dreams will come true. Amen. I'm a pastor too.
Amen. I'm with that.
Amen. So we have special guest Slink Johnson. Slink, run down that resume. Tell our listeners who you are.
Oh man, damn. My name is Slink Johnson, actor, comedian, master of the West African monkey spank technique, slap, 5-time wild cheetah submission hold champion. The list goes on and on. I've done a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's neither here nor there. Some of you may know me from Adult Swim's Black Jesus. Some of you may know me from GTA 5's breakthrough performance I did is Lamar Davis. I done several other projects. I got a movie streaming right now called Dirty Cops LA. You might know me as Captain Davis. Man, a lot of all over the internet, man, and just had just been having a wonderful journey thus far. So just Google me, please. I hate saying that.
And listen, tell them. They better Google you, Slink. I'm for real. And I did a show with you. I met you in Long Beach, California. We were doing the Long Beach Laugh Factory, and
Yep.
you tore that boy down.
Thank you, T. And so did you. Wonderful lineup that night. Had a great time.
I had a great time, and I was fortunate to get to meet you because I know a lot of times when we see comedic acting, we don't know if it always transfers to stand-up comedy. So first off, can you tell me how you got started in entertainment? Like, what was your first entertainment gig and how did you get it?
Well, T, my first intentional foray into entertainment was through rap and hip hop. It was my dream to be a big rapper. You know, earlier when I was much younger, it was my dream to be a big rapper, and I was doing pretty good. I ended up getting signed to Too Short, and at that time, that was a hell of an accomplishment to be able to say you're signed. And man, I was signed to Short as a rapper, chasing hip hop. That dream didn't quite pan out in the time frame in which I envisioned it to. You know, life got real. Things had happening. Children getting bigger. You know, things. You know, kind of the dream kind of got deferred. However, comedy and acting kind of came as second nature, as I've always been a class clown. I've always been, you know, a performer of some type. And I had some friends, you know, in my early 20s, I was real cool with that happened to be filmmakers. One by the name of Jason Van Veen. He used to always put me in the sketches. I was doing sketches and shit before it was a thing, before YouTube was as monstrous as it is now. But I was just doing it with my friends because hey, that was my friends and it was something to do. But you know, the sketches were pretty good and turned out to be some little, you know, some minor successes, called classics. And through Jason, I ended up meeting Aaron Magruder, who took a liking to my style, to my comedic style, and I guess and shit, he offered me to do some sketches with him, and one of them which was Black Jesus, and you know, took a few years to happen, but shit, it turned into a TV show. And you know, through my acquaintance with Aaron Magruder, I became more acquainted with DJ Pooh. I actually ended up getting the audition to do GTA 5 with. So, you know, I came through DJ Pooh. You know what I mean? He called me up, said, yo, I want you to come read for this part. And I went and read for it, and the rest is history.
Wow. So listen, so that was a lot to ingest. And I think it really tied into the retired hood rap word of the day in that you said it took a couple years to come to premonition. So it wasn't a overnight thing. You were willing to be patient for those opportunities. And you dropped some big names. Aaron Magruder, huge. DJ Pooh, who is behind Friday. So how do you interview to be a GTA character? Like, how does that go?
Well, you know, I went and read the script. Went for an audition, and I didn't know this, but Pooh had actually offered that to Carl Jones, who's a very very talented writer, prolific writer, and an animator. He was writing on the Boondocks, producer as well. He was writing on the Boondocks, and actually Carl threw me that live. He threw the live to me in regards to, he told Pooh like, yo, I think I know somebody else who might be able to pull this off, you know, a little better or whatever. And he referred Pooh to me, and Pooh called me and shit. The rest is, you know, I went up there and did an audition and shit. The rest is history, man. I was like, it was an amazing thing. T, that shit was so dope, man. It's kind of hard when you inside looking out. It's kind of hard to see, man. But you know, I know it's a huge thing, man. Just by the way, the support of the fans and shit, man. And Wow, I just say it was huge. I'm very thankful for that opportunity, T. That shit was dope.
Listen, it's to the point where one of our comedy brothers, really how we met, Charlie Newhart, right, who's from Detroit but out in LA. And as a matter of fact, I'll be at the Long Beach Laugh Factory December 4th. I don't know if this is airing on Spotify before or after that, but check me out there. Um, and I saw that his son was excited to meet you, right? So I bring it up to my son, who absolutely loses it. Oh, that's Black Jesus. That's Lamar. And I was like, wow. So everybody know a player because you've been stealing cars on a video game.
Stealing cars and shooting niggas, doing all kinds of crazy shit on the video game, you know.
What?
Hey, I just wanted to say something too. You mentioned Charlie Newhart. Shout out to Charlie Newhart. That's my partner. You know, you and Charlie are perfect examples of Detroit strength, man. Because y'all like the hardest light skinned motherfuckers I ever met. Like, Detroit breed the hardest light skinned niggas ever. I ain't never seen light skinned niggas don't come that hard unless they come from Detroit. Light skinned niggas don't come that hard. Charlie Newhart is my player partner, man. That nigga's something else, man.
He really is. And you know what? Charlie a good person. And I like that about him. And he one of those guys, like you said, that when you first see him, you not thinking that Charlie is about to be that funny, that raunchy. Don't see, listen, I was watching TV one day. It might have been like a State Farm. It was Fidelity Insurance. It was something. And I'm thinking about how we was kicking it and he talking all that shit, or how he and I in the bar. And then I turn around and he's on there like Fidelity Insurance. You need it. Like, oh man.
Charlie's a hustler. He gonna get it, man. Look here, man. He gonna get it where he fit in, man. That's our thing right there. That
He
nigga
was like,
Charlie.
then I saw him on Star Trek as a Vulcan.
Oh yeah. He was. He was, man.
I was like,
Like an
man.
alien ass nigga.
So Slink, tell me a little bit about growing up. You know, the topic was hood to Hollywood transforming your life. Can you let's talk about some transformative moments that really defined you, maybe from where you were growing up and pushed you into the Too Shorts and the GTAs and the Black Jesus and the comedy tours and all of those things.
Well, you know what, T? I'm gonna attribute all that to God. I'm gonna attribute all that to God and His divine plan and His love and blessings for me, because we talk about the transformation from the hood to Hollywood. I always say all the time. I tell my youngsters, man. When I was 17, 18 years old, I had no idea or no thought of being 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. I had no thought of being 30. I had no thought about it. So I say that to say I was just out here living on a wing and a prayer, and God, He navigated my steps for me and made sure that I didn't fall in any traps that I couldn't get out of. And you know, the transformation just came from living. T, you just gotta live, man. That old way of thinking, or I will say that young way of thinking, when you're young and your options is limited, you coming up in a place where, it's not necessarily the most conducive to a young person's development. It's kind of tough. And I saw a lot of my friends fall to the wayside, whether it's in prison or death or incapacitation in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful to be here. God just guided my steps, T, and just let me live long enough to grow up. My granny used to always say, when we would say shit about shit like, oh, I ain't never doing this, you never doing that. And she'd always say, keep on living. And it took me to grow up to understand, like, your mind changed and you want different, you know what I'm saying? And again, we talked earlier off camera about, coming up in a gang infested environment like I did. And I'll be hollering Crip and all this, that, and the third, but I'll be the first nigga to tell a nigga I ain't never been no gang banger. You know what I'm talking about? Crips is who I came up with. That's who I like. That don't mean I dislike Bloods. That don't mean I, just want to shoot niggas and do that. Ain't never really been my MO. And I say that, and I'm thankful for that, because again, God kind of helped me navigate my way in a real tricky environment, man. Again, I'm blue going to school with red, and if I was that hard, I wouldn't be here today. However, I think the Lord blessed me with a personality and a heart that people gravitated to, regardless of your faction or your denominational belief. And he allowed me to be in certain rooms and arenas with different people and allowed me to thrive in those arenas. So that's why, I got to be able to meet the Too Shorts, the DJ Pools, the Aaron Magruders, and the Malcolm Lees, and to be able to work with these people, in a healthy capacity, because nigga know how to act. And that's just the thing. Like, a lot of us coming from where we come from, niggas don't know how to act, man. At some point, you got to dumb all that hood shit, that nigga shit down. You got, again, you got to know how to step in different rooms. And I'm just thankful that God gave me that ability to be able to step in these different rooms, yet still thrive and never turn my back on the room that I was born in.
Now that was, hold on. You go on here. We're gonna give you the. I wish I had the church organ, because I felt like you was talking to somebody. And you hit on a lot of things that are important to people who come from a hood background. So you said you have to be able to transcend in different rooms. How was it growing up? And did you ever have to deal with the stigma of selling out in order to have your career coming from where you came from?
Well, you know what, T? I want to say that I haven't, man. I got questioned by different people in my personal life. A nigga don't talk. I can't hang on the porch all day no more and smoke weed and drink beer and whatever the fuck we was doing. I can't chase rats all day, because if I want this, I got to be able to go get it. And that's just the thing a lot of people don't understand, man. You have to go get it. I salute you, T.Barb, for as much as I see you. Like I say, you be here enough. You like damn near live here already. Again, that's just a testament to your hustle, and you got to move. You can't just, this shit ain't coming to Detroit, man. I love Detroit, man, but
you say you another one trying to recruit me, because I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to all of my LA homies.
I ain't trying to get you to leave. I ain't trying to get you to leave as much. I like what you're doing, but everybody can't do that. But I need people to understand that they need to get away from, they need to go to it. It don't matter where you stay. You can always stay where you want to stay, but you got to go to it. And you are a person, again, I met you here. Every other week, I'm looking on Instagram, bitch, you here.
I'm like, hey,
so
y'all.
And when I say it's not necessarily coming to Detroit, that's not a slight at Detroit in particular.
No, I think you being honest. I think it is an honest thing. It's something that I think that a lot of comedians, and it really depends on the level. If you want to stay local, I think you can stay local and make money and make a good living. And I think a lot of people underestimate just being able to make a good living. Meaning, if I was a social worker for 14 years and I made $65,000 a year, if I can make $65,000 a year doing comedy, doing some $200 show, $500 shows, for a lot of people, that's great success, because you do what you want to do all day.
And actually, you do. You know what I'm saying? Our money just come different. It come in $200 and $500 increments. They don't come in no fucking $3,700 check all the time. It come in $200 or $500 increments. But it's definitely, doing what we love and don't like work. And I'm gonna go back to college. I said, bitch, I meant the most endearing. I try to say it like y'all girls say it to each other. God damn it! Don't be mad at me now. I'm thinking about it.
Listen, I'm not. Trust me, I'm a Joy Road true retired hood rat. Okay, I done been hearing bitch since I was 2. I was like, here I come. I know it's in a place of love too. So,
and when I say it's not coming to you, I don't mean Detroit as a city or no city in particular. It ain't coming to me in here in LA. That's why I'm at the Punchline. That's why I'm trying to get down to your show in fucking January. That's why I'm in goddamn it, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and get it, man. I tell all creatives, you have to get out there and get it. You have to network. This internet has definitely empowered people and crippled people at the same time, because everybody feel like they just can throw it up online and they're gonna hit, and that ain't always the case. You might go viral on a video, but then you got to get out there in the streets and show the people that it's real. The video is still only gonna go so far, man.
I think that a lot of people, and you made a good point in that a lot of people don't know how to take their internet popularity and transform it into paper. You know
Me
what I mean?
myself,
Popularity to paper.
me, me. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm motherfuckers. Me. I think I've mastered that. And I ain't gonna say mastered that. Let me not say that. I think that I've learned how to take a bunch of tools and fuse, like you were saying, as far as taking a couple $100 here and there and turning it into enough money to sustain myself until I get where I want to be, and also sales. So I happen to have an MBA, and I took a lot of my practical MBA knowledge, and so we talking about supposed to be a third on one side and fourth generation on another side. Person was institutionalized because my parents met fresh out of prison. My grandmother, one of my grandmothers, was in prison. My other grandmother was in a mental health institution, and then her mother had did some time in prison. That's on my dad's side. So we would have been fourth, and on my mom's side, I would have been third generation. So to break that curse and then get an MBA, I took my street knowledge and applied it to formal. So how do you think, as a person with...
Hello? T, you said as a person with... I don't hear you, T. I didn't hear the question. But we still
Can you
hear
me now?
I hear you now, but you said as a person with what?
I said, how do you take that hood knowledge and transform it into a career and not an illegal career?
I think hood knowledge is hood knowledge and hood skills is paramount in business and this game. You just got to learn the language. You have to learn the language and the temperament and understand that hood knowledge and hood strategies work well. However, hood resolutions or hood reactions don't always. So you got to know how to assert yourself in that hood way and be smart. And I think for me, it's more so being smart, witty, and having the foresight, and knowing how to read a room than necessarily being conniving and slick and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think you just got to take them skills and learn. You take the skills from the hood that you learned in the hood, and then you go to your arena that you're trying to go into, and you learn the language, you learn the way, and you learn the temperament, and you apply those skills that you have from the hood to this new arena, and now you're using it with the language, with the temperament, with the, you know how to move because you learn how they move in there. Okay, that's how they move. All right, but over here we do it like that. I'm gonna, apply it this way with, whatever it is I'm trying to approach. You get that?
Hell yeah. All right, Professor Johnson. It's like, no, I like that. I think that's a great answer. As some, because you're in the culture, you ingrained in it that GTA is huge, Black Jesus is huge. A lot of things that you've done has been on the ground level, meaning reaching some of the youth that we can't. So how important is your platform, and that you use it not only just to entertain but to inspire, or at least you can get one person off the street?
Oh, it's super important, T, and that's what I believe. I think a lot of times people with people with these platforms, either they try to do for a whole lot of people, or they don't do nothing for nobody. And I think as long as you help one motherfucker, the phrase is each one teach one. You help one motherfucker change his life, hey man, you did your job. And if you're fortunate enough to help a mass amount of people, change their life or offer them redirection, that's a blessing as well. I think the platform is super important to me, man. You know, as a black man, I was a young black man at one time. I was a young black boy, and I, you know, do want them to know that they can do anything and be anywhere they want to be despite their current situation. Don't let your environment dictate your dream. You know what I mean? Uh, and just live, man. I just want to use my platform to, of course, like you say, entertain and make people laugh. But I want people to know that it's okay to dream, and it's okay as a motherfucker to chase that shit. Go get yours, man. I want people to know that I love them, and even if I don't know them, I love them, and I wish well for people because my mom always told me, you can't want nothing good for yourself if you don't want nothing good for nobody else. So I want everybody to go out there and do the best they can and get the best they can and, work towards their dream and their goal because Lord knows I want mine and you can do it. You know what I'm saying? The roads that grew through concrete, uh, despite your adverse conditions at the moment, you know, you can do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be. Sometimes you got to get away from the negative thinking, whether it's people, whether it's an environment. As soon as you able of age and able, you do that. You get the fuck on and don't stop chasing your dream. Time management. I want children and people to know about time management. God actually gave us enough time to do everything we want. But you just got to cut some of that time you spend on bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? You can get what you want, man.
That's what I'm talking. So it's a priority and a balance. So Slink, what is your like familiar background? A two-parent household, one parent? How did you grow up?
I was born in the South. I was born in Arkansas, and I was raised there till I was 10 years old. My mother and father stayed together till I was 8. And, we lived in a small town. So I still saw him often. Hell, he lived down the street. I walk over there. So as far as my parent life, I had my father in the house till I was about 8. We moved out here to California. Um, my mom married this dude, but he wasn't into it. He didn't give a fuck about nothing. So, you know, from about 10 on, I was raised in a single mother home. I did have an uncle that did his thing to, be a father figure in a male force in my life. God bless his soul, my Uncle John. I got my mom had 2 daughters and me. I'm the baby. I'm her baby. I'm my mama's baby. I'm my daddy's oldest. My daddy got me, and I got a brother and sister that are twins. They are shit. They should be 33 now. 33. Yeah, they 33. And they twins. My brother was killed when he was 16. Yeah, and I do have a stepbrother as well, Pete. You know what I'm saying? And shit, my background, my family life. Yeah, but I grew up in L.A., South L.A., Inglewood. I went to school in Inglewood, Highland Elementary, Crozier Junior High, Inglewood High. Then I went on to fucking California Youth Authorities. I did 3 years in California Youth Authorities. Uh, got out of YA and shit, man. A lot of time went by.
A lot of time went by. As especially when it comes to incarceration, how do you think that played a part in shaping the direction you went in after you got out?
Oh, it played a big part, man. Incarceration, where definitely gave me a time to work on myself and know my young life. And first thing I figured when I went to jail, I found out I wasn't hard. You are not hard, Slink Johnson. You are a nice man. So that's it taught me that. It taught and that jailer teach a nigga how to stay in his lane. You know what I'm talking about? It's some niggas in there that don't want to talk about comic books, man.
You say you and that boy
Shit.
thinking, okay, I'm gonna be straight. What you say? And as tall as you were, you still probably was like, and you know what? You was slender kind of guy, so I already know back then you probably was a stick.
I was skinny as fuck, T. But one thing though, I've always been me. I've always been the jovial, the class clown, and my my experience in jail for me, there was definitely a learning experience. I met a lot of great people, great guys, and some of friends to this day, man. And uh, uh, man, it taught me a lot. And again, I was able to be around a whole bunch of people, like different gang factions, different, and coexist with these dudes and make friends with these dudes based on my personality. So that's why I'm glad that I never let the the the, the gang identity proceed me in life, because oh my God, I'm a killer. You know what I'm saying? I've always admired the G's and Lokes and the real rock shit, and he's just really putting in the work for the set. But again, I ain't never really
Hold on, Slink.
been
We having a
me. I've
few
always been
technical.
just a cool
Okay.
nigga, laugh, clown. Thankful for that.
Hold on, we had a few technical. Can you repeat that last statement? You kind of went out for a second.
I say I got a few very, 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 very serious guys that love me. You know what I'm saying? Based on being able to, be around these dudes. It's crazy, I consider myself a street nigga, but I ain't never really been I always been friends with the street niggas, man. The street niggas fuck with me, man, and it's like I honor that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's in a weird way to be accepted without necessarily being that, doing what they do, but they still accepting you and respecting you for what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Do
a
you
lot of
think that
niggas
comedy
getting this
helped with
shit,
that?
and absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because who don't like to laugh?
You
Who
say the
don't like to
hardest
laugh?
dudes be like, break yourself. Then you say something and they, you know. Do you feel like that you started with comedy? Was your start to comedy like a coping mechanism? Was it something that you used to get through some of those harsh situations? Like, how did you know you were funny?
Absolutely. I've been told I was funny all my life. Again, high school, junior high, always a class clown. I didn't take stand up I didn't take stand up on until I was, very grown. But you, again, being naturally funny helped. Now at that point, I just needed to learn how to be a
Everybody, we having a few difficulties, Slink. So I want to give it a minute to recalibrate so you can repeat that so we don't miss anything. Retired Hood Rap Podcast live on Detroit is different. We're on with Slink. Slink. So yeah, Slink. Okay, we having a few technical difficulties, but don't forget, every Monday we are live on YouTube and every Thursday on all platforms. Can you hear? Can you hear me now?
I heard you.
Slink. Okay.
I
We couldn't hear you through the headphones. So go
I
ahead. I'm so sorry.
I don't know where I don't know where I was at, but you know,
I don't know why. It's just a
uh,
little choppy.
uh, shit, I'm cool.
Okay. Oh my God. I hate to be missing any of
I don't
these
know why
jewels, but
either. Shit,
there you go. Now I can hear you better. Let me remove myself. You can start back.
you can hear me now? Okay. I don't know what I was saying though, but shit, man. The first time I did comedy at the J Spot, I was fresh out of jail again. I just was in the county jail for about 5 months, man. And oh man, trying to recalibrate my life. I'm on my mama's couch. I'm too grown be there. I got kids. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. One night I decided to go just get up on the stage at the comedy club and just do my shit. I got a standing ovation. That was like my best show. My first show was my best show. Been trying to find that again ever since then.
What you say? It's like a drug. You've been trying to find it. That first hit.
I've been chasing
So
it ever
that was
since
10
then.
years ago.
I've been chasing it like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
But we are on with Slink Johnson. We are talking hood to Hollywood, transforming your life. We have talked a little bit of everything, so make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube. New episodes every Monday. That's comedian T.Barb. And of course, you can hear us on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Google Play. All of that each and every Thursday, we drop a new episode. So you can retire from being a hood rat, but we understand that
Yeah.
relapse is a part of recovery.
Yeah.
Slink, let me ask you something. So you're a dad.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
me
Yes.
ask you about work-life balance. Being in the comedy clubs, on the movie sets, what are some of your work life tips? Meaning you want to spend time with your lady, you want to spend time with your kids, and you also have to work. What are some of your work life balance tips?
Oh well, I'll be the wrong person to ask. My shit ain't balanced enough. That's why my motherfucking life in shambles right now, as far as my family. But shit, man, I just say, everybody and everything need its time. You just gotta, again, back to time management, man. You got time to do it all. If you beat the clubs up all night, man, you chasing your dream. By all means, chase your dreams. But if you're making these obligations and responsibilities along the way, in terms of children and spouses and shit, man, those are indeed heavy jobs and big shoes to fill. So it all can get done, man. You just got to really give it time management. You ain't got time to be out there being a hood rat no more. That's the thing about being a hood rat. Hood rats had a whole lot of time. That's why you're in all kinds of shit. But once you get direction, you ain't got time to do that shit. So you just got to have you some direction in your life, man.
Direction is important, and also strategy and structure. And we can end up just flailing, doing anything behind not having a plan or a strategy or some structure. So it is really important. Slink, where do you see you've hit so many milestones and so many highs and done so many amazing things in your career? Where do you see your career going? Where's Slink Johnson 5 years from now?
I was Slink Johnson 5 years from now doing action films. I got my six-pack back. I done went over to Turkey and got my hairline pushed back down about 2 inches. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out here fine. I'm gonna go get me the Brazilian dick enlargement, and I'm gonna be on point. 5 years on.
Not the Brazilian
Children.
enhancement. And you listen, that's how you know something is wrong with the men's. Because you just said your ass be in all type of trouble, and then you bring up Brazilian dick enhancement. Like you think the dick enhancement that's really gonna help?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be an underwear model.
All right. It's gonna be Big Dick Johnson. Big Dick
You
Johnson.
know
Do
it.
do 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 do.
You know it.
You know it. It's Retired Hood Rat Podcast. Don't forget each and every Monday. If you want to advertise with us, it's T T.Barb@gmail.com. Don't forget, every last Wednesday of the month, you can catch me at the Detroit House of Comedy. If you want to get some tickets and you're looking on YouTube, the email is email. Oh my God, that's the edibles that kicked in. The website is scrolling across the bottom. It's www.tbarb.isfunny.com. Go over there. You can see all my performances, what I have coming up. Slink, what do you have coming up? How can they get in touch with you and come out and see you? Because you funny the motherfucker. So I'm a co-sign that. Hilarious.
Oh man, check me out. If you're in California, I just got this one. I'm December 8th in Oxnard, December 9th in Hemet, December 3rd I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado. God damn it. December 1st I'm at the Comedy Store. Them nearby dates and shit. I got something coming up in like a couple weeks. I forget, but you can find me on Cash App. You can hit me at $Slink Johnson. All your social networks at Slink Johnson. Got movies. Check out Dirty Cops LA streaming on Tubi, Amazon, all that shit right now. Check out Sellies. Got TV show Sellies on Amazon. Black Jesus on Hulu. God damn it. Space Jam 2. Kings of God damn it. I Left My Heart in Colombia coming soon. I got an animated project for Netflix. Good Times coming soon. Pimps and Kinfolk still shooting that every month. You can watch that on Roku. I got my battered baby daddy self-defense class at the Slauson Swap Meet on Wednesdays and Fridays, 10 to 2. I got all kinds of shit, man.
I'm coming to the class. I'm gonna be in that boy like, listen, motherfucker. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on. That's how it's gonna be when I come through the door. Now I'm gonna come through. Wow, kick their ass. Not to swap me. Listen.
I'm out there in the parking lot.
Wow. You next to the gas. So what tripped me out about LA, and anybody who knows any LA, they know that it's this Walmart in Compton, and it's two rivaling taco cabanas. They not even trucks. It's like canopies where they sell tacos. One is on the corner and one is on the middle of the block. They both have a long ass line. So I'm assuming that you do yours at night over there between the taco stands.
Oh yeah, I'm actually at the other Walmart location. See, I don't fuck with comedy because there's too many baby mamas be over there and it'd be too hard. Niggas can't train over there right. So we gotta go somewhere different. It's a different.
Oh yeah. But you could train. No, I don't want to say that because then they're gonna try and cancel me. I was gonna say you could train to get the, but never mind. Don't even. I mean, boop, boop. I thought about it.
It's the battered baby daddy self-defense fund. Now we just trying to, equip more men to deal with these evil baby mamas.
And that, my people, is the story of the day. It's the Retire Hood Rap Podcast. First off, thank you so much, Slink. Drop all of those socials one more time for me.
Hey, you want to hit me up? You want a speedy response? Hit me at Cash App. That's $Slink Johnson, SlinkJohnsson. Hit me at Venmo, at PayPal. It's all good, man. Holler at your boy. You want to hit me on the social media networks? I do that too. Slink Johnson, you know what I'm saying, on all your social networks, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Twitter. God damn it, what's the other ones? All that shit. Hit me. Smoke some.
He is on that, boy. Thank you so much, Slink, for being a part of Retire Hood Rap Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show as much as I enjoyed bringing you this show. From the hood to Hollywood, you can transform your life. Slink dropped some jewels, some crown jewels this episode. So if you're fucking with it, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. First off, click subscribe. Comedian T.Barb, make sure you click subscribe. Also, follow me and subscribe to everything I have going on everywhere. And don't forget www.tbarb.isfunny.com. T.Barb is funny.com. Detroit is different. We appreciate you. Make sure you go check out some of those new Only in Detroit videos. And until next time, catch me on TikTok, catch me on IG, and catch me on the radio. Because only the radio can play me. In the words of Beyonce, it's your girl, comedian T.Barb, and I'm out.